Hello students, so in the previous class I've shared some videos about circles and its parts, and then also I've given some work from the exercise. So today we are going to discuss the same topic, that is circle and there's parts of the circle. So what is a circle actually? You know what is circle by shape. So if you want to define it, you can define it like this: a closed shape which has a curved boundary. That means the boundary of the shape is not straight, it's a curved boundary. Okay, so any closed shape which has a curved boundary, it's a circle. The proper definition is a little bit different, but that is not required right now. That will be required in higher classes. So for now you can remember it like this: any closed shape which has a curved boundary is known as a circle. So examples of circle in a daily life, you can take bangles, okay, the bangles that girls wear, or say the cap of your bottle. Okay, say this bottle has a cap of circular shape. Then there are many things like the coin that we use, that is also of circular shape. So there are various things. So the clock, the wall clock, that is also circular shape. Even your wristwatch also may be a circular shape. So that is these are some examples of circle. Now we come to the parts of circle. Parts of circle. So first is center. So if I want to define the center, the point is a point in a circle. In a circle means inside the circle, which is equidistant from each point on the boundary of the circle. Equidistant means equal distance. Okay, the point is at a distance which is equal from all the points on the boundary. Boundary means this is the boundary. The curved line of the circle is known as the boundary. So this is a point inside a circle such that the distance of this point from each point on this boundary is same. Say the distance of this point from this point is say 2 centimeter. So it will be 2 centimeter from every point, not just this point but from every point. So that is what means equidistant. That means the distance of this point is same from every point. So this point is known as the center of the circle. Say in this figure I name this center as O. So O is the center of the circle. So the point in a circle which is equidistant from each point on the boundary, that means which is at the same distance from every point on the circle. So that is what center means. Then comes circumference. Circumference means, just now I said about this boundary. So this boundary must have a length. It will have a length. That length of the boundary is known as the circumference of the circle. So circumference means the length of the boundary of the circle. Say suppose you start from here, you go in like this and come back here. So the total length that we'll get from this, that will be the circumference of the circle. Now how to find the circumference, that will come in the next classes, that is in the higher classes. Right now you just need to know the definition. Then comes radius. Just now I was talking about the distance of this point from every point on the circle. That particular distance, say I draw from here to here, say A. So this line segment that I have drawn OA is known as the radius of a circle. So the line segment drawn from the center to any point on the circle, any point, it may be here, it may be here also, okay, it can be anywhere, you can draw at any point. So in each point you can draw one radius, in each point, because you can join this line segment from the center to any point on this circle. So that is a radius. Okay, so now how many radius are there in the circle? Because we know that in this circle we have infinite points, that means uncountable points, and as I said, in each point you can draw one radius. So because there are uncountable points, that means there are uncountable radius also. So in one particular circle there are uncountable radius. Okay, also we do not call, generally when it is plural form, you know what is singular plural. Say when it is boy, in plural we say boys, when it is girl we say girls. But in case of radius, if it is plural, in plural form we don't say radiuses, we say it as radii, RADII. Normally it is radius is singular, one. But if it is more than one radius, we say it as radii, not radi. Okay, radii, that is how you pronounce radii. So remember again, radius means the line segment drawn from the center to any point on the circle. Now because there are infinite points, so there will be infinite lines also, radius also. So there are uncountable radius in a circle, and if the radius is more than one, then in plural form we call it as radii. Okay, then comes so in this figure we have drawn two radii. that is OA and OB are the radii, but you can draw more than this also, but I've just given 2 examples here. Now next comes diameter. Now what is a diameter? Diameter is the line segment passing through the center. Okay, so any line segment that passes through the center, say this is the center, so a line segment that passes through this point is known as the diameter. You can draw more. This is also diameter, say P, Q, X, Y. So both this line that passes through the center is known as the diameter. So in the figure, PQ and XY are diameters. Okay, so remember the definition again: the line segment that passes through the center, okay, joining 2 points on the circle. You can see, joining any 2 points on the circle, if it passes through the center, then it is known as the diameter. Now how many diameters do a circle have? Again, because there are infinite points, so you can join any 2 points on the circle, so you will have uncountable diameters. So there are uncountable diameters in a circle. And one more point, all the diameters of a circle will meet at the center. Why so? Because the definition itself says that it is a line segment passing through the center. So every diameter will pass through the center. That means all diameters, no matter how many diameters you draw, all will join at the center, all will meet at the center. So in that video that I given earlier, there was one more topic, chord. So chord is not required in this standard or 4th standard, so I am not going to discuss about that. So we just let us give a quick recap. Circle means a closed shape with a curved boundary. Center means the point in the circle which is equidistant, that means equally distant from every point on the circle. Circumference, the length of this boundary is called circumference. Radius, the line segment drawn from the center to any point on the circle. And there are uncountable radius, and the plural form is radii. Diameter means the line segment that passes through the center is known as the diameter, and there are uncountable diameters. Also, every diameter meets at the center. Now we come to the relation between this radius and diameter. Remember this, if you see properly, this diameter, suppose the diameter xy, if you see properly this, if you forget about all these things, from 0 to x, if you see O to x, isn't it a radius? Of course it is, because O to x is a line segment drawn from the center to any point on the circle. Similarly, O to y is also a radius. So you can, one more point I did not say, that every radius in a circle, if I give the point here, all radii of a circle are equal. So that means in one particular circle every radii are equal. Similarly, all diameters of a circle are equal. Okay, so if OX is a radii, OY is a radii in the opposite direction, so together they will be double of this radii or not. Suppose this is 2 and this is also 2, so 2 plus 2 total will be 4. So what do you get? That when these two radii meet, they form a diameter which is equal to double of the radius, because radius was 2 and 4 is double of this radius. Or you can say in the other word, the total diameter is 4, and if I take the radius, they are half of the diameter, because 2 is half of 4. So that is the relationship between diameter and radius, that if I want to find diameter, then diameter is equal to twice of radius, that means double of radius. जो रेडियस जितना होगा उसका डबल होगा डायमीटर. सो इफ़ द रेडियस इज गिवन, you just multiply it by 2, you get your diameter. Or say suppose diameter is given and you want to find the radius, but just make it half. Whatever is the diameter, just divide it by 2. When you divide it by 2, it becomes half. So half of the diameter is radius. So just a very simple thing. If you want to find out diameter, make the radius double by multiplying 2. Or if you want to find the radius, take the half of diameter by dividing 2. Okay, so this is the relationship between diameter and radius. So based on this explanation, the exercise is given. The first question that is given here, it is, look at the following images and filling the blanks. So all these images are for all the 4 questions. In first question, it is said that what is this pink line in the circle? The pink line in the circle is the diameter, because this is passing through the center. So the pink line is the diameter of the circle. Secondly, the two diameters, there are two diameters in this point, in this circle, they meet at the dash of the circle. So as I've just now explained in this here, that all the diameters meet at the center. So similarly here also both the diameters will meet at the center, so they meet at the center of the circle. Then comes the length of the pink curve. This entire curve is colored as pink, so the length of this pink curve along the boundary of the circle. So we have discussed just now that the length of the boundary of the circle is known as the circumference. So that's why the answer will be the length of the pink curve along the boundary of the circle is its circumference. And lastly, the point marked in pink. So this is the middle point of the circle, center point of the circle. So this is known as the center of the circle. So that is the question number 1, which I gave you in the previous class to answer. Next question is, name the center, radius and diameter of the circle from the figure given alongside. Okay, so if you see in this figure, center, so this is the figure given in the question, where O is the center clearly, so center is O. Radius, the line segment drawn from the center to any point, so this is OR. But actually logically if you see, you can call these two also as center, that is OP, OQ. So even if you write all the three of them, that is also correct. Okay, because from O to P that is also radius, and from O to Q that is also radius. Then comes diameter. There is only one diameter drawn passing through the center, that is PQ. So the diameter is PQ. Now we come to the next question, that will question number 3. If the radius of a circle is 8, what is the diameter? So just now I have given you the relation that if radius is given, how will you find diameter? Multiply the radius with 2, you get your diameter. And so that is the question same here. The radius is given, find the diameter. So radius is equal to 8 centimeter, and as we know diameter is equal to twice of radius, that is 2 into radius. So radius is 8, so 2 8 is 16. In the next question, the diameter of a wheel is given 6 centimeter. You have to find out the radius. And how do we find the radius? By dividing diameter by 2. So radius is equal to diameter divided by 2, that is 6 divided by 2 equal to 3. So with the same formula you will find out number C and number D also. Now we come to number 4. In the circles given below, what shapes will you get if you join the points in the following orders? So this is a shape given and some points are marked, and then here the order is given that how will you join the point. How will you join the point means, they have said that this is the shape where A, B, C, D are given, and you have to join the point in this order. That means from A to D. So if I join from A to D, this one, then from D to B, then from B to C, done, and lastly from C to A, done. So what is the shape we get? If you see it like this, it is a square. Okay, so the shape that we get will be a square. So the question asks, what shapes will you get? So we get a square. Number A, done. Number B is also same type. You have to join the following points according to the given order. So A will be joined to F, so this will get joined, A to F, F to B, B to E, and then E to A. So what is the shape you get here? It's obviously a rectangle, so we get a rectangle. So these are the answers of exercise 10C, and with this we come to the end of this chapter. Okay, thank you.